I volunteered as a candy striper when I was 13 or 14 and wore the required pink and white striped pinafore jumper. I was at a suburban community hospital in Minnesota. My usual volunteer chores were mostly mundane: watering the flowers at the bedside and refilling water pitchers at the patient's nightstands. Occasionally, I passed out food trays. Whenever I get asked, "Do you know when you decided to become a doctor?" I pause and take a deep breath. It was late in my shift and getting dark outside. I was ready to go home. I walked by an elderly woman's room and she seemed anxious. She had difficulty speaking, likely due to a stroke. I felt compelled to figure out what she wanted, and after quite a few minutes, she finally got out the word milk. I came back with a small carton and a straw, but she shook her head. She stuttered and then blurted out the word bread. I came back with a piece of plain white bread. She struggled again, but got out the word toast. So I took back the bread, toasted it, and returned. She motioned for me to pour the milk over the toast and to cut it up. I understood then. Oh, you want milk toast. She took hold of both my hands and said very clearly, "Bless you, child." When I was about to have my first baby, my neighbor asked me, "Are you going to continue working after your baby comes?" All I could think of was that milk toast moment. Maybe I should have shared it with her. I remember studying all the time in college and nearly failing out a chemistry class. But there was this driving force. I knew there was nothing else I wanted to do, this calling to be a doctor. I go into every clinic visit, and my intuition continues to guide me. I am really listening for what my pediatric patients or their family cannot say. I listen for food insecurity, for mental health problems, or for evidence of other adverse experiences. This is as important as knowing a list of possible medical diagnoses. Milk toast. Sometimes I think about that woman, about being that young girl, and about the holding of hands. If I could generate so much gratitude by just doing something simple, then I could only imagine the satisfaction of being a doctor would be.